Tonga, the Friendly Isles of Tonga. Let's give him a hand, Leon Fortuna. And in the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, the British welterweight champion, Vic Faulkner. And gentlemen, your referee, Tony Mancelli.
Second round, Wild One.
Hello again, grapple fans. Good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Queensway Hall here in Dunstable. Another freestyle sessions to this preliminary bout at welterweight between Vic Faulkner of Bolton at 11 stone 7, back to canvas at the moment in his usual mauve trunks, which look lighter, I think, on a monochrome set. Leon Fortuna, Tonga, Friendly Islands at 11 stone 11. So both inside the welterweight limits. Fortuna versus Faulkner. There's Fortuna, black hair, black trunks. One fall decides this 6-round contest. And this is the start in what could be and should be a really excellent wrestling bell. And these two should really get the packed crowd here at the Queensway Hall, Dunstable, into the mood for the following main bouts. Tony Mancelli, the referee there. Arm locked, Fortuna. Reverse side head, but spun out nicely with a very slow but deliberate whip that got him away. Faulkner, the British welterweight title holder. The wrist lever. Holding it right against the joint there with that right knee until now. He allows Fortuna up, and obviously for a reason, if I know Faulkner. There it is. Beautiful throw from that arm lever. Just a couple of minutes left in the first round of 6. One fall decides this. Great to hear that appreciative applause from the crowd here at Dunstable. as Fortuna tries a full Nelson. And this is only the first round. A little bit risky for them to try some of the moves they've been trying with only one fall to decide. The speed of Faulkner showing several times in this first round. Almost Fortuna offering on the other leg for a reason, and this probably could lead to a move Fortuna wants to. There it is. He wants them to get the figure four. Less than half a minute now, round one. We don't see too much of Leon Fortuna recently on the small screen. I've never quite understood why the promoters don't matchmake him more, especially with real star names like his opponent here this afternoon. Fortuna, 11 stone 11 from Tonga, the Friendly Islands. Great sportsman apart from being a wrestler, a golfer, handicap 9. And he works in a comprehensive school, a physical recreation instructor.
Seconds away, round two.
Round two and no score because one fall decides this welterweight contest here at the Queensway Hall, Dunstable, between Vic Faulkner, Bolton, Leon Fortuna, Tonga. And it's the Friendly Islands boy in the front there, black hair, black trunks, Fortuna, in a full Nelson by Faulkner. Referee Tony Manselli has had no trouble with this bout so far and probably won't. 5 rounds to go. Quick turn, but not quick enough. Faulkner waiting for him. Didn't quite meet up with a full Nelson again as he intended. Faulkner leg grab as he goes over. And a single leg Boston on to Faulkner. First chance of a submission here. Fortuna trying to get the crawl through going. Faulkner deciding on a release there after only one crack at that. Finally gets him. Folded leg, but he needs both legs to hold it on at the moment. He's got to transfer that to his hands if he wants to keep the hold. He's trying to counter it by putting some pain on Vic Faulkner. Both of them trying the same thing, and both of them agreeing to split on this one, if they can be split. Little help from Tony Manselli. The Faulkner whip without releasing. follow up with that tremendous fast turn on the arm lever. Held with the right leg. A couple of minutes left in the second. Faulkner's way of getting a weakened limb, his opponent. This case he's going for the left arm. Gives him a chance maybe of a submission later on. So the leg Nelson didn't come off at all, and as he followed it up with a folding press, Faulkner waiting for him. A little ear treatment for the inside of Faulkner's knees. Stops him coming on again. Side headlock Faulkner with just about 30 seconds left. Well, he's got 7 seconds. And over the top for a shoulder press. Faulkner may have it. He's got time. Fortuna just a wee bit lucky there, but he was glad to hear that bell. I think it was just a matter of a couple of seconds only. If that bell hadn't gone, it could have been the end of this bout, because it's a 1-4 contest. Fortuna lives to fight again in round 3 coming up. 4 rounds to go. Can he face the really on form welterweight champion and get away with it here this afternoon? The crowd seem to think so.
Seconds away, round 3.
Round 3, 4 to go, no score. And Fortuna again coming out, as he has done at the beginning of the rounds, on the attack. Whereas Faulkner seems to start dictating about halfway through each round. Still Fortuna. Leg spread, Faulkner. Doesn't push it too far. He'll push the man's leg through the ropes and get the break for him. Again, the attempted Boston, beautifully spun out by Fortuna.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Spun out again by Faulkner. They've really out-timed those moves to perfection. He's got another chance at the same. And fortunately, surely he can't hold that. Not from that angle. If Faulkner had been in about round 5 or 6, very, very weakened and tired, maybe he might have brought it off, Fortuna.
No, referee, no. I'll break if you will, Leon. No referee.
I don't think he's in any position to make deals, Faulkner, at the moment. Now he is. And that's what the fans love about a man like Faulkner, his tremendously fast escapes from no chance, apparently no chance. And there's quite a bit of 11 stone 7 going down from quite a height on that Fortuna left leg. Yes. Faulkner really amused because it's one of his own tricks that he works on people so often. Had it worked on him this time by Leon Fortuna. Full Nelson now to Faulkner. Full Japanese stranglehold rather. Could be the same effect if he can hold it. Yep. Well, that's the cutest way of wiping the sweat off your brow I've ever seen. Fancy having the nerve to try. Just 1 minute left, round 3. Fortuna comes out on top from that one. "30 seconds. And both trying a crutch hold at the same time. Fortuna wins it, but the slam doesn't work for him. Both trying the same hold, exactly the same move. Inside, over the top, double leg Nelson. Faulkner chanced on the bell almost, though. But it really is great to hear this packed Queensway Hall here at Dunstable applauding like they do after every good move, attacking or escaping or countering, and at the end of each round. Really appreciating the fast moves of these two young fellows, really giving of their very best. Faulkner right on form, and Fortuna able to stay with him so far, but for how long?
Second away, round 4.
3 to go, 1 fall decides the bout. Fortuna in the black trunks versus Vic Faulkner. Referee Tony Mansally would like to referee bouts like this all the time. No problems at all. He says break, they break, and not even the slightest private warning given to either of them. Faulkner bridging. The high monkey climb over the top, but the fingers are still interlocked. And body scissors to Fortuna. It's really putting the pressure on the man behind. And yet Fortuna is the one that's got to hold on in the first place. body scissors still there to Leon Fortuna. Faulkner trying to undress it to the neck. Gets it even past the neck in one go. The bear hug lift by Faulkner. And another. But this time Fortuna waiting for it. The flyer too late. And the flyer too late again.
7, 8, 9.
That's a way to get a double arm on. Faulkner's way, one of his ways. Always seems to work.
Fortuna.
The sweat literally pouring off both of them as they try these strength holds now. But Fortuna's turned it.
No.
Has to try something else, and that's it. If you look back to about a minute ago, it's Faulkner who started that double arm in the first place. But the tables turned on him by Fortuna, and then he was the one who had trouble getting out of it. The legs crossed before the scissors.
1.
Quite unintentional. Immediate apology by Faulkner. The spin out before the Boston, both trying the same thing. Faulkner getting in first. The spin out again. But cartwheels out of it this time. Less than a minute now. Now chance for Faulkner from the side now. A folding body pressure to the side. This could be it. And just out in time, Fortuna. He gets a 2. And Faulkner saying to himself, what am I going to do to hold this guy down for 3? The third time he's got that near. Grapevine to Fortuna this side. Now he'll have to move a little fast here. He hasn't got too long. He'll never hold Faulkner down from there, that's for sure. 15 seconds he's got. 10. Got to be too late now. 5. Well, if Leon Fortuna, as he told me in the dressing room before the bout this afternoon, if he could just win this one, or even get a draw of no score, have to go the whole way for no score in a 1-4 bout, of course, against the champion, then he has got maybe a chance at getting a title bout again. But if he doesn't get this one, he'll have to do the same again with some future occasion with Faulkner, which might be months.
Seconds away, round 5.
Round 5, 2 rounds to go. 1-4 decides this bout. Faulkner versus Fortuna. Fortuna in the black trunks, black hair, and doing all right to stay with the champion this long.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
There he is, the welterweight champion of Great Britain, back to canvas. And a double arm from the top. If he can get him over the shoulder press here, Fortuna's got a great chance. Now, on the other. Nicely out by Fortuna. Head scissors. And again. The forward one. Over the top for reverse double leg Nelson. Lean back. And he might have him here. Faulkner. 2, 3. He's got him. Just 1 minute into round 5, the penultimate round of the bout, and Faulkner proves his point finally, but it worried him on occasions trying to make it. Bobby Palmer, our MC, to announce it.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I feel sure you've seen an excellent contest with these two boys, and the winner by the only 4 required, Vic Faulkner. Ladies and gentlemen, the loser, Leon Fortuna.